This episode of Great Moments in West Indies cricket stems in part from a request by Kondakuru Nagarjun of India, who is a self-proclaimed fan of West Indies cricket and one of our newfound subscribers. Beneath our episode on Fredo's 169 at Perth, Kondakuru left us a list of 19 moments he would like to relive. Thanks, Kondakuru.
Now it ain't over till it's over. Words that have been attributed to the American baseball legend, the late great Yogi Berra. It ain't over till it's over. And words that can be readily associated with the great, wonderful game of cricket.
He's gone. Lara's gone. Lintoff takes centre stage once again.
He's got him back.
But it ain't over till it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, cricket fans then, cricket fans now, and cricket fans to be. The names we would like you to remember today are Ian Bradshaw and Courtney Browne. Both Barbadians, both former captains of the national side. Let's join our own Ian Tony Pereira and Betty Changeling, in addition to the few West Indian fans who are listening at their car radios.
The ICC Champions Trophy 2004. It's the end of the 34th over, and the West Indies are 148 for 8, chasing England's total of 217. On the fourth ball of the over, with the score at 147 for 7, the ever-dependable Shivnarine Chanderpaul was out-caught by Vaughn off the bowling of Collingwood. And as far as the English commentary team was concerned, the English bowlers merely needed to do some mopping up and close things off.
In the air, and God, the big wicket! Surely that must be it for England here. The dangerous Chanderpaul trying to whip a ball on the onside, got a front edge. They couldn't lose it from here, surely.
But it ain't over till it's over.
Saturday, September 25th, 2004, began under a blanket of gloom, both metaphorically and literally. The Champions Tournament had been described by one writer as a terrible idea, while another labeled it a poor man's World Cup. Also, that time of the year, with its earlier sunsets, was never going to be defined as a glorious day for cricket. The West Indies team, having made it to the final, had won the toss and elected to field first. England, buoyed by their recent triumphs, set a target of 217 runs, some would say a reasonable score given the conditions and the pressure of a final. Marcus Trescothick, with a resilient century, scoring 104 off 124 balls, was the cornerstone of England's innings, while bowler Ashley Giles contributed 31. Wavell Hines, with impressive figures of 3 for 24 in 10 overs, and Ian Bradshaw, with 2 for 54 in 10 overs, were the standout bowlers for the West Indies, keeping England's scoring in check. Chasing 217 for victory, the West Indies quickly found themselves in trouble, and the early loss of wickets, the mounting pressure, and the fading light all combined to spell doom and gloom for the Caribbean side. Wavell Hines was out for 3, Ramnaresh Sarwan for 5, Chris Gale for 23, and Brian Lara, 14. By the time Shivnarine Chanderpaul departed at 147 for 8, after scoring a gritty 47 off 66 balls, the writing seemed to be on the wall. The end was all but nigh.
But it ain't over till it's over.
Enter Courtney Browne, the number 9 batsman and wicketkeeper, and Ian Bradshaw, the number 10 batsman and left-arm medium-fast bowler. 2 names that will now forever be synonymous with determination, resilience, and sheer grit. What followed after Chanderpaul's departure was nothing short of miraculous. In conditions that were far from ideal, with the English bowlers breathing fire, these 2 tail-enders conjured a partnership that defied belief. The English bowlers, led by Andrew Flintoff with eventual figures of 3 for 38 and 10 overs, and Steve Harmison with 2 for 34 and 10 overs, threw everything they had at the two West Indies tailenders. But Browne and Bradshaw stood firm. History would soon tell us they were sentinels guarding the gates of victory. Ah, yes. As the partnership crossed the 50-run mark, hope started to flicker in the hearts of West Indies supporters. And then, as they inched past 200, that hope turned into belief.
171 for 8 at the end of over number 40. 178 for 8 at the end of 41. 179 for 8 at the end of 42. 183 for 8 at the end of 43. 192 for 8 at the end of 44. 194 for 8 at the end of 45. 199 for 8 at the end of 46. 201 for 8 at the end of 47. The final overs were a test of nerves. 206 for 8 at the end of 48.
With the light fading rapidly, every ball, every run had the weight of history behind it. And then Bradshaw, with a stroke that was as much about courage as it was about skill, brought the West Indies within touching distance of victory. And with one final boundary, he sealed a win that was as improbable as it was spectacular. Browne would remain unbeaten on 35 off 55 balls, while Bradshaw supported him with 34 not out. Together, they took the West Indies to a remarkable victory with a record 9th wicket partnership.
Oh, beautiful shot. It's gone. They have won it. What a victory. What a magnificent victory for the West Indies. Gutsy effort. Oh, you feel sorry for the England boys, but...
The scenes that followed were a testament to the spirit of this West Indies team. A team that, despite the odds, despite the challenges, refused to give up. A team that, in the face of adversity, reminded everyone of the indomitable spirit of the Caribbean.
This victory is not just about a trophy. It's about the resilience, the passion, and the undying love for the game that defines West Indies cricket. In the creeping darkness of the Oval, the West Indies team lit up the cricketing world with a display of heart, spirit, and sheer willpower.
I have some colleagues of mine at work. They told me that they were out at a job. You know, they were putting a natural gas service for a lady, and it was exciting. And the lady got so into it. The lady invited them in to watch the game. The lady cooked food, you know, and they were all celebrating, they were happy. And when it was all said and done, they went back and they said that was the best job they probably ever did in their life afterwards, putting it in, because they felt so passionate about what happened.
We spoke to Ian Bradshaw some 12 years after that memorable partnership and victory. Here is a little of what he told us.
Certainly from playing with Courtney for, I would say, from the time I was 13, we knew each other quite well. We knew our individual strengths and so forth. So it wasn't difficult for us to formulate a plan that we could set about defeating the English with. We certainly believe in our ability, and we didn't think that the task was in any means beyond us. And quite on the contrary, we felt the game was still ours to lose. So once we didn't make a mistake, there's no way that we would have win. So we kind of went in it with that mindset. I don't think that failure wasn't the default. You know, losing wasn't something that was very paramount in our mind. We saw that here is a win, there for the taking. It's up to us to decide what we want to do or not. So we just realized that we would neutralize their stronger bowlers. We set about doing that first, and they went for the kill. So they brought back their best bowlers, and once we withstood that blast from them, they already had nothing. You know, they were at a loss. And I think what sealed it is that it became quite dark by their standards. You know, we here in the West Indian, we play in the dark all the time. I guess we could have played for another hour, but it became a bit dark, and the umpires gave us the option to go off, and I think they were almost sure that we were taking that. But cricket is a game that when you have momentum, you're going to understand that when the momentum is with you and how to seize that initiative. And we realized the momentum was us. We decided that we would continue. And you know, the atmosphere was so terrific on that day. And so many persons were there supporting us, strong West Indian community. And other communities that resided within the London area, I guess the other minorities who just prefer to see the West Indies win than England. So it was a wonderful atmosphere. And I think that to have not finished the game that afternoon would have really been a bit of a travesty, you know, for those people. So.
2004, the year Usher released the single Yeah, featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris and Kanye West, released his debut album College Dropout, the year Mark Zuckerberg launched Facebook from his Harvard dormitory room, the year the great Brian Lara smashed 400 not out against England in Antigua, the year Usain Bolt finished 5th in his 200-metre heat, thus failing to qualify for the second round at the Athens Olympics.
And with regard to Usain Bolt finishing 5th in a heat at the 2004 Olympic Games, can you recall what happened 4 years later? So, like we've been saying, it ain't over till it's over. My name is Son Dianansi, and this has been another edition of Great Moments in West Indies Cricket. Please remember to like, share, comment, and do tell a friend. Take care until.
Sport has long played an integral role in society, bringing people together and fostering a sense of community. Throughout history, there have been countless athletes and teams that have achieved great feats in stadiums and on playing fields, inspiring us and leaving an indelible mark on the world of sports. Such moments deserve to be remembered. Such achievements should be immortalized. Such instances must never be forgotten.